Holiday, you have every right to stay away. There is someone out there who will love you for you. You don't have to do a thing that you don't want to do. You don't have to go where you're alone. A place where they hurt you shouldn't be a place called home. Now is not the time to sit and stay. You don't have to hurt this holiday. You don't have to hurt this holiday. You don't have to listen to the hurtful things they say. No one has a right to bring you down. Know that if they hurt you, you don't have to stick around. Holidays are meant for joy and cheer. You don't have to go a place you fear. Down is not okay. You don't have to hurt this holiday. You don't have to hurt this holiday, putting all your feelings on display. You have nothing you should have to hide. No one should be asking for you to take a side. You don't have to walk into a fight. If staying out will keep you safe, you have every right. You don't have a thing to replay. You don't have to hurt this holiday.
feel like I'm 15 again, playing to YouTube videos in my bedroom.
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bands Across the Water. I am your host, Darren Curtis. It is my pleasure to be here with you today. Sunday, December 20th, only 5 days until Christmas. I hope you guys are ready for it. I know I am not. It's hard to be ready for Christmas when I'm out here on the water, doing my show. So anyway, welcome to the show, you guys. I have another wonderful show in store tonight. I'm super excited. Looking forward to it. Lots of fun content. Lots of interesting stuff to talk about. Lots of cool videos and all sorts of stuff. Bands Across the Water is the show where I try to reach across from North America, from the United States and Canada, to all different artists, musicians, and bands across the countries, and bring them on the show and try to introduce you all to something new, something different, and something maybe you haven't heard before, but hopefully you will like. So, welcome to the show, everybody. Happy to have you here. Tonight is no exception. And I want to thank you all for your wonderful donations and for all of your support and all of your help and all of the sharing and all of the stuff you've been doing to move this show forward. It's hard to believe I'm already on episode number 8, by the way. That's how I should have started the show right there. That's what I should have done. What the heck, Anyway. So thank you guys for being here. I want to send a shout out to EBX Jen and EBX Johnny, and we have Dad's Mad over there all watching on Twitch. And over on Facebook, I know we got a bunch of people. I see some family over there. Hi Barb, hi Bev, Curtis, my mom, and all sorts of other people are watching too. Boy, I'll try to keep up with you guys if I can, as best as I can. Jason Logan, one of my cousins, is there watching. I see Jan is watching over in Twitch. We are streaming live to 3 different platforms. We stream to Twitch, YouTube, my YouTube channel. So if you head over there, please hit the subscribe button. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel on YouTube. And also Facebook Live as well, my page on Facebook, Darren Curtis Drums. Be sure to hit the like button while you're there as well. So, all right, let me get into the show here a little bit. You guys are ready, right?
Yes!
Yeah, you are. All right, tonight, I'm excited. I have my good buddy, Mr. Bryan Knickerbocker, on the show tonight with me. He plays in a band called Two-Face Wilson, and he also plays in a couple of other projects that we're going to talk about. So I'm going to save all of that for him. This Is Not the End is another project he's in. Diecast Romance is also another thing that we're going to talk about. So I'm excited to bring lots of interesting songs and interesting videos and, of course, interesting conversation. And let's get right to it, shall we? Here he is, my friends. This is Mr. Bryan Knickerbocker. My friend Bryan, welcome to the show, Bands Across the Water.
What's up, DC? I tell you what, that is one of the most Christmassiest Christmas shirts I think I have ever seen. But
oh, hold on. It gets better.
Oh. Perfect. You know what? You can't get out lights in a shirt, man. I tell you what.
Right? I know. Well, it's good to have you, my friend. It's been a little while since we've actually kind of, other than today, earlier, before the show, that we've kind of been able to chit-chat and hang out. We had some stuff we did together that I'm anxious to talk about. But how are you doing? How are you hanging out through all of this stuff going on? How is life?
Good. I have been lucky enough to work. I've been working since May, I believe. End of May, I think went back from shutdown, and we've been working consistently since then, working at General Motors, making lovely cars for all the people out there. But other than that, just kind of trying to keep my sanity like the rest of us. I know my wife, my current new wife that I just got married to on Halloween.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. That's another thing that happened. But yeah, just we're all kind of trying to keep our sanity. I mean, she's been homeschooling my 2 daughters like a boss and growing gray hairs, pulling them out. And
well, it comes with the turf, I'm sure. Now it gives you a little more respect for teachers too when you have to kind of do that, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
So, well, good. Well, that's good to hear. It's great that you're still working. I know a lot of people, are off because of what's going on. So, I'm glad to hear that. That's good for you and your family. And you have 2 kids, is that correct?
Yes, 2 daughters, Gypsy and Ariel.
Yay, Gypsy and Ariel. Hi, Gypsy and Ariel. Shout out to you guys. Let's see. Heather Nelson is saying, me and Ollie are watching, Bri.
That's one of my very good friends. She lives in the Illinois area, and Ollie is her pet corgi, who I love dearly.
Oh, well, good. How about we get her to send me a picture of her pet, maybe, and we'll get it in the Pets Across the Water segment.
Absolutely. He's
Awesome.
a very dog.
She's what? Sorry, you cut out.
I say he's a very photogenic dog.
Ah, nice. And then also I see Ari. Is it Ari Roynilla?
Ari.
Ari Ronilla.
Yes. Yep.
Awesome. Sing. What up, Bri?
Of Saints and Scoundrels, another Canadian in my friend circle, co-host of Drumming in the Trenches podcast.
Oh, nice. Awesome. That's something you have going on right now, Drumming in the Trenches podcast, correct?
Yeah, yep. That's something that Ari and I started. We started talking about it in September, I believe, and we finally got around to getting it done. We both have very hectic schedules and families and children, and we've finally been able to get it done. It's basically a local band showcase, but through the perspective of the drummers, because
Nice.
I don't feel like enough love as opposed to maybe a guitar player or a singer. So it's nice to be able to get a different perspective on the same type of deal, and put the showcase on all the people that are kind of in the trenches, keeping the local music scenes alive for everybody to enjoy.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a tough go right now for all the artists and musicians right now. Myself included. My band's LC Banks. We've been working as hard as we can, to keep writing, and as but it's not
Yes.
an easy go right now. The entire live industry has basically dropped off, and it's a difficult pass right now for everybody. But yeah, kudos to all the people that are still going and still doing all they can in this time, for sure. And yourself, you're in that list because you've been working, but you've also been sort of keeping music alive in your life as much as possible too. You've got this podcast, and you are also in Two-Faced Wilson, which we'll talk about. And you also started in another band as well that I want to talk about a little bit too. So, but first of
Yes.
all, before we get into any of those bands, I want to talk to you about one other thing.
Okay.
And I want to talk to you a little bit about this die-cast romance that we. Why don't you sort of explain to me a little bit what I was telling someone about it, and they were like, "So does he play drums in die-cast romance?" And I was like, "Well, I'll let him
Kinda.
explain it. I'll let him explain it on the show." So why don't you tell me and us and everyone listening a little bit about what die-cast romance is about, and then I want to get into a song maybe from that, which we'll talk about as well. So, but tell me about die-cast romance and what that's all about.
Yeah. So Diecast Romance was an idea that I had for a band that a buddy of mine from work and I were thinking about starting, and it was just kind of a name, and we had some general ideas of a direction that we wanted to go in, but it never really got off the ground. But I loved the name, and I had spoken to Kevin when everything shut down. Kevin Williams, Soundshop. What's up?
Shout out to Kevin. Yeah, Kevin Westmix. Boy, he's Dad's mad on Twitch over there.
Oh, Dad.
He's not really mad though.
No, he can. But we had been speaking during the shutdown, and I was like, I got all this music, and he's said, "Well, come on down. Let's create music," because that's what he loves doing, and what I also love doing. And I had inclinations to do some stuff with the music, just kind of maybe shop it around to a band and have them do something with it. But when I was finally presented with the opportunity to do it myself and kind of take the helm, so to speak, with the direction and stuff like that, it kind of morphed into this whole thing. Phil Stewart is kind of my one of my became a co-pilot of mine in this whole endeavor.
Stewart Audio, shout out to Stewart Audio. I think Phil is actually over in Canada, my home and native land right now. So,
but yeah, and I just I had these three originals. Well, one of them was an idea, the song that you're wanting to talk about specifically, and then I had two covers that I wanted to do, and over the course of I think 4 weeks, we nailed everything down. I played drums, bass, a rhythm guitar on one. I attempted to sing, but I got fired from my own EP of singing, which it turned out to be a good thing. It was a little bit tough pill to swallow, but it all turned out in the end, and it just kind of boiled down to me not being as prepared as I should. So I guess the Diecast Romance, I like to consider it's basically a studio collective. Like I get just people from different bands and friends and instruments, and I just kind of all get them all together and like, hey, maybe why don't you play piano on this, or why don't you throw a guitar solo down on this, or you do vocals on this, kind of just that kind of keep that camaraderie thing
right
together and make some music.
Right. Awesome. I see Phil is checking in on Twitch. He is watching, and he is in Canada. In fact, he's in Canada. I guess that's Canada. Apparently, that's what that is. Well, good. Yeah, we missed your face, Phil. I'm actually probably going to... never mind. We won't even talk about it. We won't even go there. I'm going to probably be heading over there shortly. So, but yeah, there goes the neighborhood, he says. All right. Well, good.
Start swimming.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I have a boat. I have a show. I go across the water all the time.
Exactly. It all works.
That's what I do. So
it's all along.
So tell me who is, if you can, in a nutshell, tell me, all of everyone that's played on this. If you can break it all down to songs and who did what and all of the things, that would be great. Because I'm sure that anyone listening who has been involved would love to hear that.
Yeah. So it basically
put you on the spot.
It basically turned into the Bryan and Elsie Binks project. I think everybody from Elsie Binks had their fingerprints on one song or another. Let's see. So there's a song that became Anthem. It had the working title of Get Some. I had written it after I got into a fight with who is now my wife. And she kind of went off. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's something positive came out of it, right? And I played the rhythm guitar, one of the rhythm guitar lines, bass and drums. A buddy of mine, Andrew Ketchum, who is now the bass player in Let It Rot, and also is another co-contributor to Diecast Romance, kind of came on a little later on in the process, but hopefully we'll be working on some stuff together for the next time. Some guitar work on that. Phil played rhythm guitar and also lead guitar. And a buddy of mine, Jamie Bostel from Praise the Fallen.
He just checked in on Facebook, actually. I saw him on there just a minute ago.
Yep. Perfect timing.
Shout out to Jamie.
What's up, Jamie? He's currently recovering from COVID. He spent 22 days in the hospital, and he's slowly coming the oxygen. So he's definitely getting better. And my out to him.
Well, we're happy to hear that.
So he did vocals for that song.
Nice.
There was a called Sweet Reminisce that was like the ballad. That was myself was playing bass. I had Phil do a crap ton of guitar work on that. I think I don't even know how many tracks. He could probably tell you. I had Jen Reed, also Elsie Binks, do some piano and synthesizer work. And then a good friend of mine, Allie Whitford, made her recording debut doing the vocals for that. And she knocked it way.
Oh, yep. Good to hear. Jen is actually watching over on Twitch. EBX Jen is over there on Twitch watching. So she is paying attention.
There was a cover of Don't Go Away Mad. I played bass and drums on that. Phil and Johnny did the guitar work. And then Aaron, lead singer for Elsie Binks, and you shared co-lead vocal duties, which, yes, there you go. Which was, I understand, was your first time singing lead vocals on a track.
Yeah, that's correct. I've sang a ton of backing vocals over the years, and I've sung live lead vocals on, over the years as well. In fact, even in high school, I was the Don Henley of the band. I played drums and lead vocals at the same time. But nothing ever in the sense of recording on a track lead vocals. Always just recording backing vocals for the most part. So, yeah, that was my debut as a lead vocalist on a studio track. So that was super fun. So I think on that note... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, maybe we can hear it sometime on this show. Maybe
I was just going to say, maybe on that note, we should almost just skip to number 2 and go right into that one. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah, we can come back to the instrumental one.
Yeah, I think we've given it some love, so I feel like we should probably let the people hear this one.
Right.
Johnny just said he hasn't heard it yet, so
Oh, he hasn't. You're right. He told me he was looking forward to hearing it, and I forgot that he wasn't in the Dropbox folder with all the versions of it. So yes.
Well, he's over on Twitch. He says he hasn't heard it yet, and he's super excited to hear it. So that's awesome. Well, unbeknownst to mostly everyone, there's only not even a handful of people, literally myself, you today, because it's,
Right.
because it's you and you're on the show right now. And Barb, actually in London, was the first person that I shared it with. She saw it. She was like, oh my gosh. I shared it with Kevin yesterday, you today. So there's only 4 people that have actually seen this, but I put together a little video for this song, and I hope that everyone is watching, and I hope that everyone will enjoy this. Not only was it a great recording and a great job covering this song with Diecast Romance, but it was also a lot of fun for me to do some lead vocals, and it was really a lot of fun to make this video. So
with your own Funko Pop figure, right?
Shh, don't tell anyone. All right, well, let's get to it. What do you say? You want to introduce this one and we'll get right into that one?
Yeah, this is Diecast Romance cover of Don't Go Away Mad, featuring co-lead vocals by Aaron and Darren. Woohoo. And a guitar solo by Mr. Johnny Vegas.
Yes, sir. And it's a fun little video. I hope they like it.
Yeah.
All right, check it out, you guys. Don't go away mad. Here we go. that was fun. I hope that everybody enjoyed that. That's a great job. Good drumming on there too, my friend.
Thank you. Yeah, everybody did a great job on that.
That was really a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun making that video. And I have a copy for you. It's a little different framing. We talked about that, so we'll make sure you get a copy of that. Absolutely. So yeah, my Vibra Slap, Jen. That's like my signature thing. It's in everything for me. It's my thing. It's just what I do. I have a Vibra Slap. It's my thing. Oh, thanks. My mom said cute video. Phil likes that one. Everybody thought it was cute. Well, good. I'm glad you guys liked it. It was fun to make. Yeah, I don't even think Jen actually played on that particular song, but I got a cameo of her in there real quick. And of course, Kevin, I shot him in there too real quick to make sure I got everybody in there. But yeah, it was fun. That was fun. Good job. Fun stuff. That was Diecast Romance covering Motley Crue, Don't Go Away Mad. And of course, you had another cover on there too, you said, right? There's another cover with that?
Yeah, there was a cover, Godsmack cover. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to get released for some couple of reasons that not really important to go into, but yeah, it was there. It just wasn't fully realized. Maybe do a couple of tweaks down the line and release it. Nice. But I don't really feel comfortable doing it in the version that it's in right now. So
right. Well, that's all right. Yeah, something to put on the list of things to do, as I'm sure you probably don't have enough on your list of things to do.
Yeah. Oh boy.
None of us have enough on our list of things to do, right?
I'm just trying to catch up to the amount of studio work you get on a weekly or on a monthly basis. Well, I'm trying to keep up with.
I've been fortunate to kind of plant some roots with Kevin at the Sound Shop, and it's generated a lot of work for me in there, and in a lot of different ways. I've done everything from tuba and ukulele and washboard and vocals to obviously drums and all sorts of anything and everything. So it's been nice that I've been able to work with a lot of different artists, and even most recently, he has me co-producing with him on a project. So I'm excited about that. So, and I think he likes me around. I think he thinks I'm useful.
Well, I'm definitely who I look up to as far as like one of the drummers that I consider friends that I look up to, is for not only in playing, but as far as your level of professionalism goes.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much. I do.
Every time I see you play, I was like, man, if I can even do half of what you do, I will consider myself a very lucky man.
You're no slump, my friend. You're a great drummer in your own right, too. So, speaking of two great drummers, oh my gosh, segue.
See what I did there?
Great. Why don't we talk about song number 2, which was supposed to be song number 1, but we've changed the order because Don't Go Away Mad was getting all the love. So why don't we talk? Yeah, and there's Frank, my buddy Frank McGlynn over here checking in on Facebook. He's right. Yeah, even dueling pianos. Yeah, that's right. Did some dueling piano shows with Frank. He's a phenomenal piano player. What's that? Sorry, I missed. I think you cut out.
No, I was going to say, funny you should mention dueling pianos, because, man, this is all just segueing in real nice to the song.
All right. That's for sure. Yeah, Frank is an awesome piano player and vocalist, and he does a dueling piano show that I've been fortunate enough to stream one time with and a couple of shows with, and also I think Frank likes to have me around as well. So
maybe you just don't know it.
Maybe. Well, that's great. So why don't we talk a little bit about this dueling pianos song that just segued itself right into all of this show. It's magic when that happens.
Yeah, of course.
Why don't you tell me about that one?
Yeah, so one of the ideas that I had was wanting to do the original thing was, and I can even show you in my little notebook, I had USA versus Canada. I had wanted to do like this drum duet a la Godsmack, with you, and that was one of the ideas that I had wanted to do in the studio. And we got in there and we spent an entire day on this. Phil, we gave him a BPM, which I think was halfway in between the Godsmack drum duel and Phil Collins drum off type thing that we found on YouTube. We just kind of found a BPM right in the middle. We gave it to Phil. He plugged in his gorgeous Flying V bass and just went. And like, we gave him a couple of ideas here and there, but he built the entire song structure in about a take and a half.
Right. Yeah. We he had these riffs, and we just put it all together and based heavily on a Godsmack sort of vibe. But yeah, it was all built in literally one day. It was all tracked in one day. It was all everything in one day. All the video, everything for this was all done in one quick day, one fast day.
The one thing that I remember about that day, other than cracking one of my splash cymbals, or maybe
and giving it to me.
And I did it to you, and I replaced it with an even smaller splash cymbal that's on my set right now. But I remember there not being enough inputs for the amount of drums that had to be on there, because for the people that don't know, and I'm sure everybody will light up the comments about how giant my drum set is, but you know, I mean, I use it all, at least. I mean, come on now. But yeah, so between your drum set and my drum set, we had two room mics in between these baffles that we put in between so it wouldn't bleed too much. And then Kev panned my drum set all the way to the left, yours all the way to the right. So, and you got that room mic thing, right. But he had to run for one of the room mics. He had to run a cable all the way down the hall in the control room because we ran out of ones in the live room.
Right. It was a lot, yeah, for sure. And we were like isolated on each end of the live room, separate from each other, with the baffles in between to try to keep the sound from crossing over. And then a couple of, was it one or two mics right in the center of the room, sort of as to act as a stereo crossover for it to be right in the center, you know. But it was actually, and Kevin will agree, it was probably the first time he's ever tracked two drum sets at the same time. I think he's. Yeah, and on a song that was literally like made up on the fly, you know, it was, and then the idea of him panning my set to the right and yours to the left and using the center, it was brilliant. I think it turned out really great. It was Absolutely. A lot of work, but it was also an awful lot of fun. So it started out and I remember you approaching me with this as an idea of doing a battle between the United States and Canada, and I thought, all right, I dropped the gloves, dude. I'm a hockey player. I dropped the gloves. I was like, let's go. Oh, you mean on drums? Oh, I was like, all right, well, fine.
You're too nice. You're too nice. I know you are. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, just got to punch you real quick.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that at that point, but it takes a lot to get me there. That's all.
Right.
So don't get me there. That's all. But anyway, speaking of getting me there, you got me there with this. We tracked this in one day. It was so much fun. It went from being sort of an idea of a battle between the United States and Canada into now what it is, which is awesome. So we should probably get into it. Why don't you tell us? It was a lot of work. Kevin says a lot of work over there in Twitch. He said it absolutely was. But I want to share it with everybody. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the song and what it's called, and we'll head right into the video next.
Yeah, this is.
Sorry, hold on. There we go. I went to the wrong scene. My bad.
Oh,
you're back.
So this is Diecast Romance original song, Cross Border Shopping. I think you're the one that came up with the name for it.
Yeah, that's right. I've done a lot of cross border shopping in my life, so.
Stuff's cheaper over in Canada, right?
No.
But this cross-border shopping. It is featuring Darren Curtis on code lead drums, and Stewart playing it. Contrary to what it may sound like, he double-tracked a bass line, had one track that was distorted and the other track that was just a regular bass line, so it sounds like guitar, but it's just all one line on a bass.
Right.
But yeah, Cross Border Shopping. Hope you guys like it. It was a lot of fun to make. It really was.
It really was. Yeah, check it out, you guys. This is Cross Border Shopping, Die-Cast Romance. Here we go. Done in one day. Cross-Border Shopping, Die-Cast Romance. That was a lot of fun. Enjoyed doing that with Bryan Knickerbocker on the show here with me tonight. Super fun to do that song. Phil was on the guitar, the bass, whatever it was, all the things. And that was Phil's first video he has ever edited before. So nice job, Phil. Nice job all the way around on everyone. So it was a great day. We had a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the song and the video. I wanted to just let you guys know about what is happening next week.
Can't believe your daddy approves. Well, I wonder what the hell he's thinking. You got your mama's golden heart, I got my daddy's thirst for drinking. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm probably...
My buddy Jason Mercer will be checking in next week from London, Ontario. He just released this song, Nobody But You. Great song. It will be my first country artist I will have on the show, so I'm super excited. Heading back to Canada, back to London, Ontario next week, so I'm excited to have him on the show. That will be my last show of the year, so please join me. I look forward to a great show with Jason. Heading into the following first of the year, my first guest will be Jaron Giuliano, the bass player from Tantric. I look forward to having him on the show. But next week, I have my buddy Jason Mercer checking in from London, Ontario. Be sure to join me.
Till they see you, and I can't seem to figure out why on earth you're still around. Yeah, I wonder when I think it through, why you love me like you do. 'Cause nobody loves a bad boy, nobody but you. One time and time again I've been misunderstood.
That's right, you guys. That's right. Next week, I'm going to have my buddy Jason Mercer checking in from London, Ontario. It's going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to it. In the meantime, let's get back to it with my pal, Mr. Bryan Knickerbocker. Welcome back to the show, buddy.
Hey, how's it going?
Excellent. I have realized that I say the word buddy a lot.
I'm not going to say it's because you're Canadian, but I think it's because you're
I think so, because my very first guest was JT from Abandoned Souls, and he's the bass player from Aces Wild, my old band from way back when. So he is also from London, and I watched it back, and there was a lot of buddies going on. That's a double buddy.
Hey, you're friendly. I mean, it's like it's not the worst thing I've ever been called. So
That's true. In fact, before I had the editing done properly, your name was Bryan Knickerbocker.
Oh boy.
Yeah, two E's on the end. So.
I was back in the Army. My drill sergeants called me much worse things.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that you had to spend any time in that.
Oh, it comes with the territory.
Right. Well, that's too bad. It's unfortunate. But anyway, that was a super fun song, Cross-Border Shopping. I had a lot of fun with you doing that. Great video. Thanks to Phil for doing a good job on the video editing, and of course all the hard work with Kevin and Phil that day as well too. So you and I got the easy part. We got to go in and set up some drums and play some drums and have some fun. So we're lucky.
Yeah. We're always lucky, right?
But that's when you think about it though, most cases we have the most work usually. In and out, and upstairs, downstairs, into the venues, out of the, so we got to take the good with the bad sometimes.
There's a venue in Fort Wayne it was called the Glory Hub. Now it's called the Vibes Venue, and it's this decommissioned like factory building. And I'm sure Ari, if he's still watching, he's having flashbacks because he and I both have large drum sets that we bring with, and the venue is in the back ass corner of you had to go up 2 flights of stairs, down a hallway, hang a left, hang a right, go down another hallway, and it was on the second. Oh, it was rough. It was rough.
Yeah,
but it was definitely a cool venue.
It makes for good stories though, when you're older.
Yeah. Can't do it anymore, or at least when you can afford to have a roadie to do it yourself.
Yeah,
do it
right.
For you.
Yeah, I'm still working on that too, my friend. So
I got my buddy Nate. He comes with me when he can, and he's definitely an invaluable help.
That's good. It's good to have that person that is willing to lug and slug for you sometimes. That's for sure. I understand. All right. Well, hey, let's talk about this new thing that you have going on. You have something new that's just come up. How recent has this happened? First of all,
the announcement was made mid-October that I was joining. That's right. Yeah. Yep.
So pretty recent.
Yeah.
All right.
Couple months.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about? First of all, tell us the name of the band and tell us sort of how this transition happened and what came to be of it and how it's going, moving forward during all this.
Right. Okay. This is Not the End is the name of the band. It's a lot of words, but it's a pop punk band, and a lot of the lyrics that Mitch Sowers, the vocalist, writes is about overcoming things, which I feel like we have a lot of really good material for that coming out of 2020 as far as overcoming things. But This Is Not the End was a band that a couple of friends of mine were in, and I had known them from previous bands, and we had done some shows together. In fact, they played the first show that we played together last year at the Music Factory. They were the pop punk band that opened up the show when Two Face Wilson headlined.
Gotcha. Right. It's funny because I remember seeing that, like when I heard the name, I was like, I remember that name. And also, I want to send a shout out while you mentioned it to Jeff and Buffy,
Yeah.
his father passed away today, I believe,
Yep.
from the Music Factory. So I'm not sure that they'd be listening, but anyway, our thoughts and prayers
Yes.
go out to everyone in the family at the Music Factory out there.
Yeah.
So.
We love Jeff, and it was definitely a bit of a gut punch to hear that his father had succumbed to COVID today. So that was a rough thing. But anyways, yeah. So I kept in contact with them, and the two friends of mine that were in the band ended up leaving. So it was just the singer Mitch and then Dagan, who was the drummer at the time. They got asked to do a show, asked me to play bass, and I said, yeah, I can do bass, but like I'm really more of a drummer. Can Dagan do anything else? And Mitch was like, yeah, Dagan can do, XYZ and all this other stuff. And so we kind of put the plan in motion to kind of
that was a Rush song, I think, wasn't it?
What?
XYZ.
YYZ.
Oh, right. Of course.
Why? You're Canadian. You should know.
I know
these
that. I was kidding.
But anyways, so they I ended up I'm joined as the drummer, and Dagan is going to be pretty much the utility man. Like he's going to be running some keyboards, maybe some guitar in a live setting, programming, percussion. He's definitely going to have his little mad science lab right next to me. And then the bass player who left was one of the friends that had left. He rejoined. So we're finally at a semi-solid lineup right now, and I'm looking forward to finally getting out. The show that we were supposed to do ended up getting canceled because members from two of the other bands that were on the bill contracted COVID, so there wasn't enough time to rebuild the bill and promote it properly, so it ended up just getting canceled completely. So
right, gotcha.
That's okay.
Sure. I mean, in the big picture, if it's keeping people safe, I guess that's the main thing. If those people were sick and they maybe had played the show, who knows what may have happened. So.
And I know that there's people, close friends, and I mean Kevin has definitely been one of them that haven't been terribly happy with the fact that I've been still continuing to play shows, but this year, but we've definitely scaled back, and I know no shows would be the safest bet, but it is what it is. I mean, sometimes it's we've had more cancellations than we've had shows.
Sure.
So
it's definitely a sign of the times right now. Absolutely, there's no question. But that's good. So, did you actually get to play any shows at all with the band other than not even one?
Not one yet. That show that got canceled was supposed to be my debut with the band, but that's fine because you've alluded to the many things that I've had going on, so it's nice to just take a break, set up my whole giant drum set in the basement, and not have to worry about moving any of it for a while.
Right. I do have the Instagram link up there. It is @_this is not the end _, correct?
Yes, that
double
is
underscore.
Correct.
One in the beginning, one in the end. This is not the end. Got it. I have it up there just so that people can find you guys on Instagram. Is the band on Facebook as well, I think?
Yes, they are. Yep. This is not the end is the search on there. I think we're the only one.
Good. Awesome. So I have a video. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the song and how this all came to be and what sort of, because we did talk a little bit about this before I played it yesterday. I know that you didn't play actually on this particular recording. This is before you got into the band, right? Is that right?
Yep. Our singer Mitch, he was working on his solo music, and he's been working with a producer out of Nashville, Tennessee, and he ended up doing the mixing and producing as a favor. So they used a lot of Nashville studio musicians, but
gotcha.
There's a flying, screaming hot guitar solo by Mr. Johnny Vegas on there that I was able to help connect the dots with, because in my opinion, Johnny is one of the most underused session players in the whole, I don't know how far, but he's
things.
In all of things, yes. He definitely more than he is, because he's a phenomenal guitar player.
Absolutely. He's over on Twitch. He says, thanks for the hookup, dude. Absolutely. Yeah, let's why don't you tell me about what the name of the song is? We'll play the next song here on as our next video for you guys. This is not the end. What can you tell me about it?
Yeah, this is the lyric video for the song In Caskets. It was released on my wedding day, Halloween 2020. Nice. And it features Johnny Neville playing lead guitar. And it's very... I kind of get a very like Avenged Sevenfoldy type of sound. It's that mixed with like some Sum 41 and other.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of Canada stuff in here this episode.
Well, you can't help it, right? It's inevitable.
Yeah, it's like heavy pop punk it's My Chemical Romance-ish kind of. So
sure, yeah.
I wish I would have played on it, because it's whoever they got to play drums did an incredible job, most definitely.
Yeah, it sounds great for sure. They did a good job. So awesome. All right, well, let's play the song here. It's called In Caskets. This is featuring Johnny Neville on the guitar solo by the band This Is Not the End. Check it out, you guys.
True. Fold my arms across my chest and whisper, I love you. Tell me everything will be alright. I know it's
Awesome. Cool tune, man. Great stuff. Jen over in Twitch says she digs the My Chemical Romance vibe. And Johnny Vegas, of course, crushing the solo on that one as well. So the whole thing is great. The whole song is well done, really well done, well tracked. Sounds great. Good job.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
sure.
I wish, like I said, I only wish that I would have been able to actually play on it, but I still got a price. So I mean, it's going to be played on Q106.1 out of Lansing, Michigan. Here, hopefully coming up soon.
Awesome. Good. That's great. And it's nice that you jumped into the band and they've got some stuff going, and you'll definitely be on the next one. So
I hope.
That's great. Awesome. Okay, well, I want to talk to you about, I guess this would be the last thing that we're going to talk about tonight. And this is your other, this is more, I would say, correct me if I'm wrong, I would say this is sort of more the project that you've been mostly involved in, at least for the duration that I've known you anyway. Is this sort of what you've been involved in for a while now? I don't really know, to be honest.
Next year will be my third year in the band. It's definitely, as far as longevity is concerned, it's definitely the one that I've been involved in the longest. Two-Face Wilson out of Lansing, Michigan. Awesome. Little blues rock kind of thing. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Two-Face Wilson. I have that up also in your that's hence the your name on Instagram, Two-Face Drummer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Not that you're like a jerk. You're not two-faced at all.
I mean, I have a couple of exes that would disagree with you, but I try not to be.
Chances are I will never talk to them, so you're fine. You're not two-faced, in my opinion.
Okay. That's all that matters is personal opinion, I suppose.
All right. Awesome. Well, that's good. So why don't you tell me more about the band? Let me see. Jen is saying Adam Drosha is 100% Wayne from Letterkenny. Hold on, wait.
Oh, yeah. He was dressed as I think it was this year he went as Wayne from Letterkenny for Halloween, and all he had to do was tuck his shirt in. Like, that was the extent of what he had to do. Like that. He facial features. He looks like that.
Is he a scrapper?
Huh?
He doesn't come off as a scrapper guy though. He's not really a scrapper.
Yeah. No, he'll kick your ass, but it's more of an intellectual kick your ass than like a physical thing. I feel like a good fight. Like, he is by far one of the smartest people that I know, as far as like just having an opinion, a very educated opinion on anything. So
nice.
Just different kind of scrapper. He'll get into a nice Facebook argument from time to time.
Well, isn't it funny that there we are back to the Canadian theme again?
Right. It's all ends.
Here we go. That's great. So, you've been together for you've been in the band for 3 years now. What have you guys been up to? I know obviously gigs have been again problems, but during that 3 years, what have you guys been kind of up to? And what have you been getting done? And what have you been tell me about the band.
Yeah. So I guess I want to maybe touch on like how I joined the band, maybe.
Yeah.
Go up from there. So 2019, I was trying to get a group together to play a show opening up for Bobaflex, who is now the Lonely Ones, good friends of mine, and I think of Elsie Bink's Worlds as well. And it fell through for whatever reason. And I messaged Adam and I was like, hey, you want to open up for Bobaflex? I didn't even own my drum set at this point. Like, I was focusing on being a bass player, and I got the okay from, again, who's now my wife, to buy a drum set, because I get profit sharing from work, and there was a really nice, the Gretsch one that I use, and I got the okay to buy it, and I didn't even physically have it in my possession when I was asking him if I wanted to. If he wanted to do it, and he's like, yeah, that's fine. And I was like, okay, well, now hopefully all this lines up. So, and it did. And Yeah, he's Two-Face Wilson has been, it's like a solo musical project, kind of like when Foo Fighters started out. Dave Grohl played all the instruments, but he called it Foo Fighters just to give it a band name.
Sure, right.
Basically, Two-Face Wilson is like, it's easier to remember than Adam Drosha because it's the Drosha part's gets a little iffy with the spelling sometimes. So I've been his pretty much go-to percussion guy for the last two, going on like I said, next year will be the third year. Good. So just we've been playing gigs like crazy, playing with these awesome bands like LC Banks. And who said that? There. Oh, that's so cool. I love
that.
I do. That attention to detail right there.
Love it.
But yeah, we've just been playing a lot of shows. He's a phenomenal songwriter. He makes my job a lot easier. He pretty much comes in and says, he plops the riff and the lyrics already pre-written, and he goes, here's what I kind of want, play with it, and then we just go and we make songs and make music. And we've had a pretty steady rotation of bass players. Recently we had Andrew Ketchum, who is now the bass player for Let It Rot out of Lansing. Good friend of mine. He's probably, I would have to say, the best bass player I've ever worked with on a professional level. But he was the bass player for pretty much the entire first year, and then he left to pursue other interests. He's come back occasionally, kind of like what Tom does or did. He played like just local shows.
Right.
And we've had a couple of people fill in here and there. And but yeah, it's pretty much been me and him making some blues rock Americana music, and I credit him with giving me the catalyst to make my cat's digging into a box right now.
Pets across the water, baby.
Yeah, she loves the cardboard. But I've been able to get some endorsement deals with companies, stick company and a cymbal company because of that. And it's kind of
Collision drumsticks and Soul Tone cymbals.
Okay. Yes, shout out. What's up? I just got my new sticks in the mail yesterday. I'm going with 2 Bs now, trying out something new. Yeah, that will be the question when we start playing again. Yeah, so it's pretty much just been playing a lot of gigs. We haven't really had a chance to do any recording because reasons.
Sure, I get it. Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, I'm not the I do a good chunk of the booking, but other than that, all of the decision making falls onto him. So I pretty much just show up and play, which again it makes my life easy, and I get to focus on just playing and camaraderie, which is how you and I have met and we're able to form strong friendship in such a short amount of time. But yeah, a lot of gigs, gigging.
I'm not sure. I missed who they were talking about, but they were saying he was at the studio. I probably am way late on this, but 2.5 years ago, Jen's first TMF show. Okay. So I think they're talking about when Adam was at the studio a couple of years ago. We played at the Music Factory, that show that you were talking about. I'm just catching up on the chat, so I probably am behind on it. So anyway, I'm making things more confusing probably. But yeah, Adam, they're talking about Adam. Yeah. So he was at the studio a couple of years ago, right? And it's been 2.5 years since that show, is what Jen is saying. That's crazy that it's been that long already.
It was last year. I swear it was.
Well,
yeah.
Unless I'm totally reading it wrong. Jen's first Music Factory show was 2.5 years ago. Not sure. Not quite sure what that is all about. But it has something to do with what we were saying, I'm sure.
Yeah, but yeah, so just playing a lot of gigs. Got to do some really cool stuff, play some really interesting gigs that I'm not normally the type to do. Like I've done a couple of coffee shop gigs. We did a show in a garden, which was right by one of the GM facilities that I don't work at, but it's the Grand River plant is a nice park right next to that, and they set up a stage and got to do some really fun stuff with that as well.
Nice. So they're confirming that it was August 2nd, 2018.
With the first show, the first show that we played with you guys was it was in the middle. It was on July 18th, 2019.
Andrew says April 2019. All right. Well, we'll just assume.
The Boba Fett show was April of 2019. That was it. That was on Good Friday. But the show that we played with you guys at the Music Factory was July of that same year.
Gotcha. So maybe
I'm sorry, Jim. I'm not normally at liberty to tell women they're wrong, but I I was the one that booked the show. So
she thinks it must have been a different Boba Flex show. Maybe that's what it was.
Probably. I know you guys have opened up for them a couple of times. That they were really late or something like that.
Yeah, I forget the whole scenario, but yeah.
She said that Boba Flex was her first. I got it.
Right.
I got it.
Yeah, and it's difficult sometimes if we don't, so I try to stay up with it. But I like I said, I probably threw a wrench in the whole thing by even going to it. But
right.
So so let's talk a little bit about this song. I want to play this video. I know you said that you haven't been into the studio to get any recording, but this is an original song, correct? That we're gonna play.
Correct. Yep.
Is this the one in the garden that you're talking about?
Yes, this is Clear the Air. Yep. That was recorded a couple of months ago. It was called Garden Jam. It was put on by Lansing 501, which is a great nonprofit organization that puts on a lot of cool stuff in cool spaces.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really pretty. That was my first outdoor show. We got to watch the sunset as we were playing. It was really fun.
Nice. So that's sometimes the best stuff is like scenic, venues that you can play that have scenic, a different sort of atmosphere about it.
It certainly had nothing to do with the fact that I had to wear a tie. I tell you what, that's something I definitely don't want to continue to do, is wear a tie while I play drums. That was not fun.
No fun, huh?
That's nice. So I put my Mickey Mouse Christmas tie on that I have.
That's nice.
And a nice white shirt. That's what he gets.
Well, you looked good. What didn't you like about it?
The fact that I was wearing a tie. I'm not a tie person.
But it's a Mickey Mouse tie, though. Mickey Mouse tie. I mean, if you're gonna wear a tie,
do it. Make it flashy. Just my daughter, and they're like, "Daddy, you got Mickey Mouse." I know. I have Mickey Mouse on my tie. I'm very aware.
Yes, honey. Daddy has to play the drums now.
I got it. Go over there. Go hang out with your grandparents.
That's cute. And I think in the very beginning of this video, we actually hear, is it your dad?
Yeah, my dad was recording it, and the way that the stage was set up is it was kind of on an island by then there were stone steps, and I was set up all the way over to one side of it. So it had a nice open view shot of my drum set, as you'll see. And my dad, I told him to take my phone and record it, and he got up, and one of my daughters followed him.
Yeah.
so here, Ariel, sit.
That's funny, and it's funny because I think you actually see her in the video. So
probably
I didn't realize. Yeah, that's great. All right, well, let's play the video. Here it is. This is Clear the Air live, right? Yes. And this was an outdoor show. When was this show? Do you know offhand?
I want to say September of this year.
Oh, good. All right. Two-Face Wilson, Clear the Air live. Check it out, you guys.
So it's called Clear the Air. La la At sunrise I'll panic, but I want to be with you. So I'll climb up your reeds just to sing to you there. An act of daring perhaps is one. It's one. We'll clear the
All right. Good song. That's great. Nice job, buddy.
Thank you very much. Yeah, like I said, that was scenically one of the coolest shows I got to play. There were flowers everywhere, and it was fall, and got a little dicey at the colder it got outside, but we made it work.
That's nice. Yeah, that's cool. It looked like a nice place to play. That's for sure. Outside,
Definitely.
Outside in good weather is always fun to play.
Yeah,
you know.
That band shell that you guys play every once in a while. I'd love to do a show there next
year. Out in
year.
Lincoln Park, yeah. It's we've tended, in most cases, we tend to play around the time that the sun is going down, and it's just like right in your face, and that thing just turns it into like this microwave oven. It's so hot. But it's such a neat place. It's such a great thing to play. You know, it's interesting place. Yeah, that's in Lincoln Park. That's great. So Kevin over in Twitch says that was awesome. He's right. He's absolutely right.
Thank you, Dad.
Dad's mad. Dad's not that mad.
Dad's not.
He's not mad. Well, that's
Dad
good.
expects the best out of you. He's not mad. He expects the best out of you.
That's right. See, nothing wrong with that. Expecting, it's important to, expect the most out of people. It brings the best out of you that way.
Oh yeah, that the process of recording the Diecast Romance stuff, it would not have come out nearly as well if it hadn't been for him looking at me and being like, maybe don't, or maybe you should try, or maybe shut your mouth and don't sing because you can't. As nicely as he possibly could, but like I said, it turned out good because you were able to make your debut as a co-lead vocalist.
It was that song, right? It was "Don't Go Away Mad." That was the song that didn't go so well.
Yeah,
for you.
Yeah. It's
sorry to hear that.
It's a little like Vince Neil.
I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
It's okay. I'm perfectly fine. I've accepted it. I get to just I'm playing drums. What's wrong with that? I mean, hey,
nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. So that's good. So before we kind of wrap things up with you tonight, you have one other thing that you want to talk about, and this is something that's getting released soon. You had mentioned on the break there.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me as much as you can about that? I'm interested to hear more about this.
Yeah, I was contacted by a coworker of mine's uncle who runs a hip hop label out of Detroit, Legendary Music and Visuals, LMV. And they wanted to do a rock, they wanted to put live drums on a hip hop song and do kind of like a Linkin Park meets Jay-Z mashup remix sort of thing with one of the songs that they're going to put on this artist's album. And I just happened to be in the sphere to do that. And so we went, it was recorded at the Sound Shop, and I did, I think, 6 or 7 takes of the same song in a 2-hour period. The song is called Get That Money. The artist is STF Chef and K East and Ice War Vezo, which I know is nobody you would I didn't even know who it was.
Right.
Ice War Vezo, he's a pretty big in the local Detroit rap scene. But Phil actually recorded a lot of guitar and bass work for it, and I think it turned out really good. It's, from my understanding, going to be released within the next week or two, or the first week or two of January. I I've heard what the final mix is going to sound like, but other than that, there's nothing. Other than that, I'm not. I don't want to release it. I don't want anybody to know because it sounds really awesome, and I wanted to just kind of let everybody hear it when the rest of everybody hears it. It was cool. Definitely out of my comfort zone.
Awesome. Yeah, we're not setting it up right now to be played on the show tonight or anything like that. It's not like we have anything to play, but we definitely wanted to put that on the radar for people to know that you were doing this. You had done this project, this song, basically, with and it sort of fell into your lap more or less because you were in the right place at the right time with it.
Yeah. My coworker came up to me and asked me what my aspirations were as a musician, and I told him that I wanted to transition into more studio session work, and put me in contact with his uncle who ran the label, and it literally just everything lined up so quickly. I just happened to have a Saturday that I wasn't doing something, packed up my drums, went over there, and nailed it all out in one shot. So
was Kevin engineering it? Was he doing the tracking for that? Yeah.
Yep, he did. He did the mixing for it as well. Yep, he tracked it and mixed it, and Phil was in there helping as well. We had some issues finding the correct BPM for the click track, so Phil went in there and helped out. But it was relaxing, for people who have never done studio work. One of the best things that you can do is find a producer and a studio that you trust and that trusts you. So even if you had to learn a song on your way to the studio, you at least know that you're going to go into a comfort zone, that you know who's going to be there, who's going to be lining your stuff up. Because Phil and I mean, all of you guys in LC Banks, I know I keep gushing about it, but all you guys in LC Banks are some of the nicest people I've ever met, like legitimately.
Thanks,
and
as are you.
Yeah, and Phil and I, we just clicked immediately, which is why I kind of brought him in as a more permanent fixture of Diecast Romance for whenever I get around to doing that again. That's it.
But
yeah, that's what I like about
it. At the time, though, he was right in there with it.
Right, and every time he's at the studio, and Kev's there, and he helped do some videoing for a promo video that's going to be released hopefully soon. So yeah, we were able to kind of have that comfort thing. So it was fun. It was very fun.
That's cool. And what is the name of the song and the artist again? Can you give me that?
The art STF Chef. STF Chef is the name of the artist, and the song is called Get That Money. The hip hop version is on all streaming platforms right now, but like I said, I believe to the most recent knowledge that I've been given, it will be released within the first 2 weeks of January.
Awesome. That's great. And then why don't you one more time give us all the socials and all the places where we can find all of the music and all the stuff that you're involved in, and anything you want to make sure everybody gets to hear one last time before I let you go.
Yeah, definitely. I feel free to send me a friend request on Facebook. I love connecting with people who love music and are musicians. Bryan Randall Knickerbocker on Facebook. My Instagram is 2_faced drummer. You can also find Two Face Wilson on Instagram, as well as This Is Not the End. If you just search those, and Facebook as well. Two Face Wilson's kind of trying to push to get 1,000 likes on Facebook, which I know doesn't really mean a whole lot, as much as it used to, but we're very close to getting to that number.
Awesome. That's great.
And This Is Not the End's debut album that I also didn't play on, but it's on there. It's called Grin and Bear It. It is on all social media platforms and streaming platforms, as well as In Caskets is also on Spotify and YouTube.
Awesome. That's great. Okay, well, I guess if that covers everything, buddy, it has been great to have you on the show tonight. It was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I did. I really did. Thank you very much. This was a great time. I hope that I get a chance to be on it again.
Of course. Absolutely. Yeah, anytime. I'd love to have you on again in the future for sure. When we get some more stuff done, we'll be able to do this again 100%, But in the meantime, it was really great to have you. It's good to see your face. I'm glad that you're doing well, and I'm glad that you're staying working and busy. And and keep drumming, keep doing your thing, man. It's always music is probably the best thing that you can be doing right now, in my opinion. So.
Well, it's because you can do it without being around people. Just hang out in the studio like what you do.
Right? Yeah, I'm lucky that way. That's for sure. And where I'm situated at now too, I'm only 10 minutes away. So
there nice. You go. That works even better.
Yeah, it's nice that way for sure. So, all right. Well, Mr. Bryan Randall Knickerbocker, thank you so much for being on the show. It was great to have you. Look forward to talking to you again in the near future. In the meantime, take care of yourselves and peace and all the best, buddy.
God bless everybody. Be safe. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Bryan Randall Knickerbocker on the show tonight. That was a great time. Thank you for being here, my friend. It was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I just want to let you all know one more time who's coming up next week. Mr. Jason Mercer will be checking in from London, Ontario. Check it out.
Daddy approves. Well, I wonder what the hell he's thinking. You got your mama's golden heart, I got my daddy's thirst for drinking. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll probably never change. Thank God you love me just the same. 'Cause nobody loves a bad boy, nobody but you. Time and time again,
that's right, Jason Mercer will be joining me next week on the show. I look forward to it. Checking in from London, Ontario, Canada, as we head back across the water over into my native land, home and native land of Canada. Looking forward to it. He's my first country guest I will have on the show. So, and of course, in the meantime, I gotta put this out here for you guys. We can't get away with it. Getting the pets on. Get some pets. I do love those pets. Thanks to everybody who has sent in a picture. I appreciate it very much. I have been reaching out to choice friends who have been supporting the show from the beginning, and of course my guests that have been on the show to send me their pet pictures. So tune in and hang out, and I will get your pet picture on there as well. That's for sure. I hope you guys had a great time tonight. One more song I want to play for you all. This will be the last chance I get to play this song this year. I had a lot of fun working with James Taylor Jr. on this song here. It was a great opportunity for me to play all sorts of other instruments in the studio. I played the ukulele and the tuba, and I played a washboard, and I played some jingle bells, and I even sang a 4-part harmony along with James. So I wanted to play this one for you guys one more time before the end of the year. And on that note, after this, I will go to my outro theme, and hope to see you all next week with Jason Mercer on the show. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Thank you all for being here with me. My show started on November 1st. It's hard to believe I'm into episode 8 already, and it's been 2 months of doing this, but I'm super happy to be doing it, and I'm so happy that you guys have been joining me, and I appreciate it all. Have a wonderful Christmas. Thank you for being here, and here it is, James Taylor Jr., You Don't Have to Hurt. Right into the outro theme.
You don't have to hurt this holiday. You have shouldn't be a place called home. Now is not the time to sit and stay. You don't have to hurt this holiday. You don't have to hurt this holiday. You don't have to listen to the hurtful things they say. No one has a right to bring you down. Know that if they hurt you, you don't have to stick around. Holidays are meant for joy and cheer. You don't have to go a place you fear. Down is not okay. You don't have to hurt this holiday. You don't have to hurt this holiday, putting all your feelings on display. You have nothing you should have to hide. No one should be asking for you to take a side. You don't have to walk into a fight. If staying out will keep you safe, you have every right. You don't have a thing to repay. You don't have to hurt this holiday.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh yeah!